Welcome to the Crime Report, where we delve into the darkest corners of real-life mysteries. From unsolved murders to shocking criminal conspiracies, we explore the stories that shook the world. Each episode, we take you step by step through the investigation, uncovering the truth behind the headlines and the secrets that still remain hidden. If you're a fan of crime stories, stay tuned and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Get ready, because we're about to uncover a story that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Whispers from Westmere Lake. Part 1. The Vanishing of Lily Harrow. Westmere was a quiet town, too quiet, some would say. Tucked between thick pine forests and the still, reflective waters of Westmere Lake, it was the kind of place where strangers were noticed and secrets were buried deep. It had been that way since the early 1900s. But in the summer of 1998, a single event shattered the illusion of peace forever. Lily Harrow was just 17 when she vanished. A bright, artistic girl with long auburn hair and a camera always slung around her neck, she had dreams of leaving the small town behind for art school in New York. Her disappearance on July 12th sent shockwaves through the tight-knit community. She had told her parents she was heading out to take sunset photos by the lake. She never returned. At first, it was assumed she had simply run away. Teens did that, but her car was still parked in the lot near the trailhead, keys still in the ignition. Her camera bag was on the front seat, and her favorite scarf was snagged on a nearby bush. The local police formed a search party, scouring the woods and dragging the lake. Nothing, not a footprint, not a body, just silence. Weeks passed, then months. Rumors spread. Some said she had been taken by someone she knew. Others whispered about a man in the woods, an old town legend of a hermit who lived near the lake and hated trespassers. 10 years later, the case was ice cold. That is, until a letter arrived at the Westmere Police Department in 2008. No return address, just a single sheet of yellowed paper. It read, "You buried the truth along with her. She's still down there. The lake never gives up its dead. But I do." Detective Marla Vexen, newly transferred from Chicago, was the one who opened it. She hadn't been in town during the original investigation, but something about the tone of the letter chilled her. She reopened the file. The letter reignited interest, especially among a new generation of true crime fanatics. Online forums began buzzing, some claiming they saw Lily's ghost near the lake. Others began sharing strange sightings, lights moving in the woods, eerie cries echoing over the water at night. Marla dug deeper, reviewing old witness statements. One stood out, an elderly fisherman named Walter Dean, who'd said he saw someone dragging something heavy toward the lake that night. The original investigators dismissed it as the ramblings of a drunk. But now, it didn't seem so far-fetched. She decided to visit Walter herself. He lived in a run-down shack on the edge of town, his memory dim, but his eyes sharp with fear. When she mentioned Lily Harrow, he went silent. Then he whispered, I told them I saw someone, but it wasn't a man." Whispers from Westmere Lake. Part 2. The Lost Footage. Detective Marla Vexen couldn't sleep after her visit to Walter Dean. It wasn't a man, he had said. The words echoed in her mind like a warning bell. What had he seen? She returned to the original crime scene early the next morning, Lily's last known location near the lake. The old parking lot was cracked, overgrown with weeds. Her fingers traced the rusted sign, Westmere Nature Trail. The lake, still and gray, stared back like a dead eye. Marla walked the path Lily might have taken. The forest was thick and hushed, as if holding its breath. Then something odd caught her eye, a thin, metallic glint between tree roots. She knelt and pulled it out, a broken camera lens, half buried in soil. Back at the station, she had the evidence team examine it. The serial number matched Lily's camera. It hadn't been with the bag found in the car. Had it been thrown? Dropped during a struggle? Marla returned to Lily's case file. Something had always bothered her. The girl's last photos had never been found. The memory card had been missing. Had the killer taken it? Later that day, Marla received a call from the tech department. A volunteer archivist had come across a misfiled box from the original 1998 case, a box labeled miscellaneous items. Inside was a VHS tape, unmarked. No one had ever viewed it. She rushed down to the evidence room. The tape was dusty but intact. They found an old player in storage and hooked it up. The screen flickered to life, grainy, shaky footage. A girl's voice, soft and laughing. Lily Harrow filming herself. Trees in the background. Then she turns the camera to the lake, the reflection of the sunset glinting off the water. But then something happens. The camera drops slightly. Her laugh cuts off. The audio distorts. There's a shape, no, a figure, in the trees behind her. Not running, watching. Suddenly, the camera jerks sideways. Screaming, leaves crunching, a loud thud, and then silence. The tape ends. Marla stared at the blank screen for minutes. It wasn't just the fear in Lily's voice. It was the shape of the figure. Something about it felt unnatural, too tall, too still. She called Walter Dean again. When she described the footage, he nodded slowly. "That's what I saw," he whispered. She didn't walk away from that place. It took her. That night, Marla sat alone in her office, the town's map spread out on the table. She marked every reported sighting from 1998 to 2008. The pattern was unmistakable. Every 5 years, someone vanished near the lake. Never found. 1998, Lily Harrow. 2003, Paul Simmons, age 22. 2008, missing camper, no ID. She looked at the calendar. It was 2013, and it was July. Was it about to happen again? The more she searched, the more it felt like this wasn't a killer they were dealing with, but something older, something watching. Whispers from Westmere Lake. Part 3, Beneath the Surface. July 12, 2013. Exactly 15 years since Lily Harrow vanished. Detective Marla Vexen stood at the lake's edge just after sunset. The surface was mirror still, the water thick and dark like ink. Somewhere out there, she believed, lay the truth, or its bones. She wasn't alone. Local divers, skeptical but intrigued, had agreed to explore the deepest part of Westmere Lake based on Marla's theory. The sonar scan had shown an unusual hollow near the lakebed, an unnatural dip like a sinkhole. As they descended, radio static filled the comms, then silence. A full minute passed. 2, 3, then a garbled voice. Found. Something. Large. Metallic. They hauled up a rusted steel drum, coated in algae and silt. The divers looked shaken. Inside, the remains of a teenage girl. The DNA would later confirm what Marla already knew. Lily Harrow had been submerged all along, her body sealed in the depths of a lake that never gave up its dead. Until now. But that wasn't the end. Inside the drum, besides bone fragments and fabric, they found a necklace. Not Lily's. A silver crucifix with the initials P.S. Paul Simmons, the second missing person. 2 victims, 1 barrel. As forensic teams expanded their search, more sonar scans revealed 6 more similar anomalies around the lakebed, all spaced out in a perfect circle. It was a burial ground. The local media exploded. Headlines screamed, "Serial killer used lake as graveyard." But Marla didn't celebrate. Something still didn't fit. The VHS tape, the distorted figure, Walter's words, it wasn't a man. She returned to Walter one final time. When he opened the door, he looked pale, thinner. "I shouldn't have told you anything," he muttered. "It's awake now." That night, Marla dreamed of Lily, standing at the lake's edge, water dripping from her dress, mouth moving, but no sound coming out. She awoke to a text from dispatch. A new missing person, a local teenager, last seen walking near the lake. Marla drove out at dawn. The sun had just crested the horizon. Mist curled over the water like fingers. She walked to the edge and looked out, and that's when she saw it. A figure, tall, motionless, standing just beneath the surface, watching her. She stepped back. The ripples spread out, then vanished. Nothing remained but silence. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more thrilling mysteries like this one, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Your likes and shares help us grow and bring even more gripping tales to life. Thanks for listening.